Hmm. After 4 months, APNU is still trying to block the declaration of the winning party. Now they're going to a court yet again to block the winning Progressive Party. After the Carter Center, the Canadians, the UK, Holland, Norway, France, the rest of the European Union, the Commonwealth, the CARICOM, the private sector had all overseen and congratulated the PPP for winning the election. These countries were finished with the election. They congratulated them. It seemed done. 4 months after, the defeated government is still refusing to leave office and now is in contempt of the apex court, the CCJ's. CCJ's court ruled to comply with the recount certificates. They ruled to comply with these certificates and declare the majority, which would be the PPP, as the winner. Simple, comply with the recount certificates. The Election Commission, which is partisan to the defeated APNU, has been putting on a roadshow for 4 consecutive months. First, the first corrupt officer, Mingo, made his spreadsheet with his own inflated figures. The rest of the world looked as he put out his inflated figures while everybody else saw the real figures on the SOPs. When this fictitious spreadsheet was thrown out by the court, GCOM was ordered to do the recount, which was overseen by CARICOM. The CCJ ordered the certified results of the recount to be used and declared a winner. This is the CCJ's order to use the recount that was overseen by CARICOM. Instead, the GCOM officer made 6 different results. He did 6 different reports with 6 different results of the election. 6. First, he made 285,000 people. 285,000 people he killed off, dead. Next, he lost 115,000 votes. After the 285, came back, went back again and did another report. Now 115,000 people it changed to that were invalid. These were all PPP votes. Then, after seeing all those votes were dead, after discounting all those votes as invalid, he now added 15,000 more to the total. So first 285,000 were discounted, then 115,000 were discounted. Each time less people were dead. Then suddenly everybody's alive. All the 285 people now are alive, right? But now there are 15,000 more voters added to the election. However, after 6 different results, the CCJ said to cast aside his reports. The APNU wants, now that Lowenfield reports have to be cast aside, the APNU wants the Mingo spreadsheet to be accepted again. The Mingo spreadsheet to be used, the very one that was carrying all the incorrect figures, all the fictitious figures. In the haste to rig an election, they forgot that was the fraudulent report for which there was this 33-day recount. That report was fraudulent. There was a 33-day recount of the entire elections. The notorious spreadsheet was the disgrace of all civil society, law and order. The whole world condemned it. Now APNU wants to use that fallacy. So that's what they came to for the Guyana elections now, the original report that was thrown out. So if you do an entire recount because the report was fallacy, how does it become valid now after 4 months? There seems to be no end to the corruption, nor a moral bar. The chief elections officer was paid off 200 acres of free land off Mackenzie by the corrupt APNU officers. That is clear. The 200 acres of land are recorded. The chair is yet to be proven. But what is evident is Claudette Singh's lack of integrity. How can you not complete an election in 2 or 3 days? How difficult is it to tabulate? How can you run a commission where your papers are supposed to be lost and they're misplaced? You have such perfect staff and good officers. What have you done with the papers? How can you give a clerk's orders 4 times? You give the clerk the order and he does not follow your request. How can that be normal? How do you expect the world to not know it's orchestrated? Can you give a normal officer an order and they disrespect you? The entire world is looking on. They're looking on and waiting to see exactly how audacious it gets. All eyes and judgment are on you. We're looking at you. If you cannot be, if you cannot have integrity or you cannot do an honest job, why are you sitting there? That's the question. The Caribbean is watching you. Claudette Singh, what type of chairman of an election are you? And I speak for the world. We're watching at you. Every country is looking at you. The States is waiting on the correct time. We know the people have brains of I the brains of a goat or something. There are no brains there. But you should be scared of your future.